Hey you guys, so today I'm going to be discussing products for natural hair, not necessarily discussing different types of products, but why products aren't working for you, why you haven't found that holy grail of products, and why it's so hard to get a product that basically works for you and your hair type texture, okay? Hair products. I know. I've been there. I've been natural for almost 5 years now, okay? Finding hair products that work for you and just dealing with hair products when you have natural hair is a trial and error, okay? Sorry, you guys. I don't know what happened to my screen. 75% of it is trial and error. In all honesty, and that comes down to your technique. So I'm going to be reading off some things here if you see me looking down. So the first thing I want to discuss is really the reason why your hair may not be working well or a product may not be working well for your hair is not the product itself. A lot of the times it's your technique. And just to give you an example, not necessarily an example, but comparison is makeup. I wear Wet n Wild, LA Colors, CoverGirl. My girlfriend Wanda always joke with me, "You're the only black person I know who can wear a CoverGirl and look so good." It's my technique, sister woman. It's the technique. I've practiced my technique to where I don't need to buy $20 eyeshadow. I can buy a $5 palette and get the same look, okay? Same thing with hair products. I don't need to buy, $15, $20 product. I can use, Cantu shea butter and coconut oil and get the same results because I've practiced my technique, okay? So one thing I want to talk about first is one of the reasons why you're probably having issues with the product is that you're not prepping your hair before you're using the product. And that means that your hair isn't properly washed. Also, styling your hair. I have mentioned in previous videos that I like to actually part my hair in the style that I tend to wear before I actually set my hair with the product. One of the reasons why I do that is because once you start putting your hands in your hair a lot, manipulating your hair, you're going to get frizz, okay? And it's just going to be disastrous. So yeah, ensure that your hair is properly washed, detangled, and moisturized before you actually use the product, okay? Another thing is that, main thing is that your technique is off, whether it be how you're twisting, how you're smoothing down the hair while you're setting a twist out or braid out. I know a lot of people are leery of the perm rod sets or flexi rods, and I personally have had failed attempts because I wasn't curling my hair, rolling the hair properly. All of that comes with practice. Of course, there are certain products that you use when you're setting your hair in a perm rod set that will give you better results. But honestly, when it comes to things like twist outs and braid outs, if you look at my previous videos, there's not a lot of videos where my results aren't favorable, and that's because my technique, I've practiced my technique long enough, okay? Other thing when it comes to the technique is unraveling your hair. You guys see me, I unravel my hair maybe once or twice, and I have a lot of hair. I would recommend unraveling once in the front, let it drop. In the back, you can unravel twice. I try not to put my hands in my hair a lot once I'm done. I just unravel, let it go. Maybe I use a light oil and that's it. Using oils in general in conjunction with the product, you want to ensure, depending on, again, on your hair texture, how much hair you have, the density and the thickness of your hair. You see me in my videos. I use oil right after I set my hair, then I use oil to unravel. You may not need to use oil after you set your hair. You may just only need to use a light oil to unravel, and that's only to prevent frizz, okay? Next up, using too much product. That is a big one, and I am guilty of being heavy-handed, okay? A lot of the products, if you actually read the instructions, it says dime size, and we all make jokes in the natural hair community what a dime size really is. You don't use no dime size. But if your hair isn't really thick, or if you don't have a lot of hair, there's really no reason to use a lot of product. I have thick hair and I stopped using a lot of product. The only time you want to use a lot of product is if you're using a wash and go. If you're doing a wash and go, excuse me. Wash and goes, literally, I use the entire thing of gel to set my hair because I do have kinky, coily, dense hair. So I use a lot of product. But a regular old twist out or braid out, you do not need a lot of product. Of the styling product itself, you really don't need a lot of product, okay? What's next? Setting your hair long enough. That may be another issue. I get questions on why are your twist outs are so defined, because I set my hair for at least 2 days. Same thing with perm rods. I set my hair for a day. Depending on if I am setting a style on dry hair or wet hair will determine how long I let that style to actually set before I take it down. If you're having problems with your twist outs not being as defined, wear those twists up in an updo for a day or two and then unravel and look at the results you get, okay? So just ensure that no matter what type of product you use, that you are allowing your hair to set long enough to get the results that you want. And last but not least, you guys, trial and error with the products. I know. It's a pain. It's time consuming, and hell, it's a lot of money. But ensuring that you're just practicing the technique. Also, be mindful of your ingredients. I will say that. Petroleum-based mineral oil, but there are some people who can get away. Sisters with long hair, she used pink. Every time I see her use it, I laugh. She used pink oil moisturizer because that works for her hair. Okay, so that's on the do not list for me. I can't touch it, but I use some products that other people can't use or won't use, I should say. So it's all about trial and error. Another advice before I end this is, when you're looking at YouTube videos, ensuring that you're watching people who have the same texture as you when you're watching their videos. When I first got on, I was looking at Leo Body, who unfortunately doesn't make videos as much. I was watching Leo Body and Taryn Guy, who their hair textures are nowhere near mine. So then I started watching Nikki May and Janelle, Black is Beautiful. And Nikki May, we actually have the same, our hair lays the same, or it grows in the same shape. Textures are maybe a little bit off, clearly. Janelle and I kind of have the same textures, kind of. So between watching those two ladies, I figure out, okay, I can use this product and this product. And then honestly, it was trial and error. I spent countless hours on my hair figuring out what works for me, my lifestyle, my budget. That's another thing, my budget. And just going from there. So I hope this video was helpful for someone or to someone. And if you have any tips on product selection for natural hair, please leave it below. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you as always to all of my new subscribers. Bye.